Well, Peterson, the prodigal son of Creative Pro Wrestling, has returned tonight. And as of yesterday, I don't know if you saw, but he is officially all in. Well, that's not how you're going to get it.
Disrespectful. Just disrespectful. I don't blame him for not even talking to these fans. Why should he?
Well, when you come out demanding their respect, that's not a way to get it.
You know, is it wrong for a man to know his worth?
Speaking of somebody who knows their worth, here comes VSK, the man who vowed to end this hot streak that MJF has been on and shut him up for good.
Well, I am assuring you that will not happen tonight.
Well, we'll see about that. VSK, a guy who's been getting some mainstream coverage of his own recently, just recently appeared on 205 Live. Looking to ride that wave of momentum into a victory here tonight over a man that he had a hand in training in MJF.
Yeah, it's going to be really one of those moments where the student surpasses the teacher again tonight.
Well, I guess we'll see about that. But one thing I do want to ask you, just objectively, without giving me a smart answer, and if you're in VSK's shoes and you see a guy like MJF having so much success all over the country on the independent scene, and quite frankly getting some opportunities that he hasn't got, does that stick in your craw a little bit?
It absolutely does stick in my craw, and you know what? I can tell you right now, I heard VSK in the back. You know, he pretends like he's this nice guy, and he pretends like he's a man of the people. But you know, I heard him in the back talking about MJF, talking about how he's green as grass, talking about how he doesn't deserve what he's gotten. I heard those things with my ears. I heard those things with my ears. I heard those things with my ears. No one else was there, but I'm a reliable source, I assure you.
Oh, yes. I can tell. Just in our short time of knowing each other, you're a model citizen.
As I said, it's nothing wrong with a man who knows his worth.
Well, if it wasn't sticking in VSK's craw before, it is now. I mean, that is just a metaphorical slap in the face if ever there was one.
Listen, is MJF being as diplomatic as he should be? Amen.
Oh, yeah, okay. VSK, I know he's smart enough to not fall for this crap.
Fall for... Is there some... This is sportsmanship.
I have literally witnessed MJF do this. And...
Look at this. The honor.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he shook his hand and then raised it, and then the bell rang, and the bell has now rang.
Ugh.
After you shake hands, and MJF took it to the next level by raising his hand, yes, the match starts.
Oh, big kip up from VSK. And MJF has just taken every possible moment to disrespect one of the men who helped break him into this business. And I think VSK's had about enough. Off the ropes, leapfrog. Oh, some athleticism there from VSK as he grounds MJF. But MJF gets him in a leg scissors.
You know, after hearing what VSK said in the back, you know, maybe if he just was more honest about who he was, he'd find more success, because there's no doubt he's super successful, but he pretends like he wastes so much energy on pretending like he's this good guy.
Well, regardless, it seems like any single time one of these guys tries to get a maneuver on, the other one has the perfect counter. I know that VSK taught MJF a lot of what he knows, but I don't know if he taught him everything that VSK knows. And on the flip side of that, for a long time now, or at least the recent future, MJF has been traveling all around training with these new people, some of the best that this sport has to offer. It'll be interesting to see what he pulls out of the hat here that VSK doesn't know he has in his arsenal.
I mean, as you said, MJF is all in. Is VSK all in?
He is all in on punching MJF in the face here tonight, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, another illegal maneuver. You're implying that he will hit him with a closed fist. One of the classic overlooked things by all referees.
Aye.
But here we are, and VSK, as you said, he's planning on punching the man in the face.
Well, of course he is. I mean, regardless of if he trained him or not, he's standing across the ring from him, and he stands between him and a victory. Of course he's going to punch him in the face.
And look at this. Max extending the hand again.
And he ain't going to fall for it twice, though.
What do you mean fall for it? He shook his hand last time.
And then he kicked him right in the stomach.
Well, the match did begin already. So, yes, you shake hands, and then you continue the match.
Oh, what a drop kick there. Right on the button of MJF. Into a backbreaker. It slams MJF into the mat. Follows it up with a splash, too.
You see, that's impressive. That was impressive. I'll give it to VSK.
Impressive it was, driving all the air out of the lungs of MJF.
Just imagine if he just didn't care about what people thought about him, and and stop putting on this fake face in front of everybody.
I don't know what this fake face that you're talking about is. What a DDT from VSK, who is, anytime I've interacted with him, has been a great guy and a hell of a competitor at that.
So you're calling me a liar. You're saying
I ain't calling you a truther.
What you say makes no sense.
VSK off the ropes. Ghost was going to go for the suicide dive, but MJF had it scouted just in the nick of time, much to the chagrin of these Creative Pro fans.
Well, I mean, you waste their time trying to play good guy, even though we all know who VSK really is.
Oh yeah. So what would you call this? What would you call this, Peterson?
I don't know what that referee is doing. Get him out of the way. No, why isn't he knowing his position?
That was a blatant rake to the eye.
No, that wasn't. That was an open hand strike to the face.
Oh, boy.
All I saw was an open hand go up to the face. It's an open hand strike. You're allowed open hand strikes from this business.
You're not allowed to poke in the eye. That's neither here nor there.
What poke?
MJF has taken a lot of time. He should probably stay on VSK here. If there's one thing he knows, it's that that man who trained him is a fighter through and through. And that's somebody he's got to stay on, because 1 second is all it takes for this thing to turn all around.
You see what this is just, once again, we're seeing smart pro wrestlers today. We are seeing smart pro wrestlers tonight in St. James, because MJF just using all of the things at his disposal at ringside. Just a smart man.
Whether they're legal or not, apparently.
What? Have you ever seen a pro wrestling match get thrown out because somebody hit a guardrail? Please, RJ. Maybe one of these days I'll respect you enough to call you by your last name.
Maybe. Doesn't make a difference anyway, but...
Textbook hold. You can just see that very clearly the student has surpassed the teacher here in this case.
Well, he's looking pretty good here, I gotta say. MJF.
That is textbook grip, textbook placement.
Wrenching on the shoulder right in the center of the ring. And VSK is just doing anything he can to make it back to his feet, and does. Big shot right to the chin. And a chop to the chest to boot. Whoa! How's your chest feel, MJF? Uh-oh. The axe handle counters. Oh, man, sending VSK whipping into that corner.
Beautiful.
Smart tactic there, I gotta say. Ripping the arm.
I mean, even look. The normal pro wrestler would wrench the arm so hard to make the wrestler fall to the mat. MJF is smart enough to readjust his ring position to the buckles. You're telling me this kid hasn't surpassed his teacher?
He'll surpass his teacher when he stops doing things like we just saw, pandering to the crowd and keeping his eye off his opponent. Probably one of the only things that's keeping him.
Because it's really affected him in this match, as we see.
Well, just think, if he didn't pull at those little moves, and even as successful as he's been, he would just be that much more successful.
He'd be winning this match harder? Is that what you're saying? He'd be winning it harder.
He might have won it already.
He'd be winning
numerous times.
He's winning the match right now.
Here.
He's clearly dominating VSK. VSK is an inferior opponent, and we're seeing that at its absolute best.
I'm going to tell VSK all this after the show. You better get out of here quick, Peterson.
You know what? It's cool. I already got the car waiting in the back. I'm not leaving because I'm intimidated. I'm going to leave because it's that time.
Okay.
I have things to do. I have a nightlife.
MJF's got ill intentions on the top here. Is grabbing the wrist of VSK. And VSK, out of desperation, throwing shots. connecting right to the side of the eardrum. That'll pop it.
I'm just going to say, VSK was punching MJF.
Oh! High cross body from VSK. Once again, driving the air out of the lungs of MJF. And both men are down.
You know, I just, you know, he was throwing the forearms. MJF was on the ropes. That referee should have never allowed those shots. This is clearly an unfair advantage gained by VSK. And you know what? It shouldn't surprise me, because I wouldn't want to be embarrassed by the man I trained too.
MJF was the one who propped him on the top rope to begin with, so.
You know what? Now you're just arguing. Now you're just excusing cheating. That's what all you're doing here. Look, see, very good. Very good. Right back to the arm. Now he's got him up. Look.
VSK able to fight off onto the outside apron. Oh, rolls through into a roll-up German suplex.
Oh, boy.
Planted MJF right on the back of his head. Might be seeing stars right now. And a big forearm. Follows it up with a boot. And this thing has quickly turned into all VSK. Gets MJF up on the shoulders. Oh, Death Valley driver. Cracking the back of the head on the way down into a drop kick cover.
Kick.
No! Oh, yeah. You got to change your underwear there a little bit, huh, Peterson?
What do you mean? What do you mean? This is. What do you mean?
VSK.
You know, there was a cute little flurry of offense gained by, as I said, an unfair advantage. VSK striking MJF while he was on the ropes, and yeah, that's right. See, look at all that work he did.
Well, he's still feeling the pain in that wrist and that shoulder from when MJF whipped him into it just a few minutes ago.
Despite VSK's best efforts to cheat, MJF.
Oh, wait a minute!
Whoa.
Two! Oh! Wow! VSK.
Look at that, right back to the arm.
And
half.
Oh, what a half Nelson slam from MJF.
Ring the bell, baby. This one's over.
3. Wow. Gotta give VSK props there. Got driven down, essentially that injured shoulder first. And that half Nelson slam somehow found a way to power out.
You know, I think we need to check the official for how fast he's counting. I believe that was a slow count.
I don't believe so.
You know, listen, next time I'm going to break the stopwatch out. And, you know, I don't know who makes the rules here in Create a Pro, but, like, we're allowing cheating, people being hit in the ropes. This referee's count is clearly slow.
Well, you know what? At least he's been consistent. And MJF signaling the end is near here. But VSK, trying to flip him up to the outside.
Look at that. That is just a pro. Look at that.
Again,
right back to the arm.
Right to the shoulder. So calculating is MJF.
So smart.
He's cerebral, if nothing else.
Look at that athleticism.
Uh-oh.
Right on his feet.
VSK, suicide dive! Through the bottom rope. Going for it again through the middle and connects. Sending MJF back into the ring. Big boot.
What's going?
Backstabber. But can he get a cover here?
See,
he does.
No.
1,
Kick,
2, 3.
Yeah,
No way.
And that was he kicked on time there, but that was a fast count from my vantage point. That shouldn't even have been as close as it was. We got slow counts and we got fast counts. This is ridiculous.
Whatever it was, VSK is hitting MJF with every single one of his best shots, and to MJF's credit, he has still found a way to kick out of all of them.
Can we get with the management here at Create a Pro and get these officials tested?
You can take that up with.
We got fast counts for VSK, slow counts for MJF. VSK is hitting MJF while he's in the ropes. This is, I mean, if this referee doesn't get fined, it's a sham.
Well, VSK, oh man! MJF with a big stomp right to that shoulder again from the middle rope.
All the offense in this match by MJF right to the elbow. You can't tell me this kid's not smart.
It's absolutely smart.
I'm watching VSK. He's hitting a move to the head. He's hitting moves to legs. He's hitting moves to shoulders. MJF, about what? 80% of the offense right to the arm. Tell me the teacher hasn't surpassed the student.
Well, it's a smart strategy. We've seen VSK try to get some feeling back in that shoulder a few times. Even now you can see it's giving him trouble, but finds a way to flip over. MJF, here we go.
That was another open hand hit to the face.
Oh, yeah,
just like
totally.
You're allowed.
Oh, so legal.
Just like you're allowed.
So legal.
It wasn't a closed fist or nothing.
Oh, VSK, though, fires back with a big knee, and MJF with a forearm. Oh, what a spear!
I mean, how bright is the man? He leads with the shoulder that has been getting damaged.
I was just gonna say, probably not the smartest move, but I think instinct probably just took over.
The impact was there, but I mean, we're talking about a guy who's had his shoulder bashed in the entire match, and now he's going to use it as offense.
Absolutely.
Not only as the student past the teacher in this case, he's not the smartest man in the bunch.
Cover here, 2. And MJF grabs the shoulder and starts wrenching on it. He's got that arm locked tight.
It's a thing of beauty. Look at this.
Is VSK going to tap here? Is he going to tap? That shoulder has had so much abuse dealt to it.
With the fingers, the extra torque.
Gets back to his knees, trying to squirm out of this thing, but MJF has got him right where he wants him.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, and now he's ripping back on the other shoulder.
How beautiful is this?
Oh, my gosh.
This is a thing of beauty.
This is one of the most insane submissions I've ever seen. And now is he going to try to hook the leg,
he's going to hook the leg too? Oh, my God.
Man. And so many points of pressure here.
And talk about how smart. With the referee making fast counts for VSK and slow counts for MJF, he's going to put him in a submission hold.
One limb too few here for MJF as VSK gets that other foot to the rope just in the nick of time.
Just an unbelievably smart wrestler. VSK is fortunate to be in the ring with his student.
You got to give VSK credit though. He is showing some real guts right now and fighting through what could be a really serious injury.
Yeah, I mean he's going to miss a couple paydays probably over the next couple of weeks because he's going to be hurting so bad.
Again, right to that shoulder.
Look at this. Put him away, Max.
Oh, the pile driver.
There you go, MJF.
Through the ropes, into a cover. 2, 3. Wow. Again, VSK somehow, some way finds a way to kick out.
Again with the slow count. That was 3 from my vantage point.
Look at the expression on the face of MJF because he cannot believe
it. Knows he's not getting a fair shake with these counts.
He is getting a very fair shake. VSK is just leaving it all in there.
I'm sure Max, he comes from means. I'm sure he has a lawyer. I mean, he should really address this situation.
He should worry about trying to win the match before he worries about what he's going to do when he loses it.
What do you think he's doing?
Giving his trainer a lot of time and talking a lot of trash that could come back to haunt him.
Giving his trainer a lesson. He is learning now. I don't blame MJF for yelling at the fans.
Oh, wow. Do you blame him for that?
Well, you know what?
Come on.
MJF has been cheating all day.
Oh, super kick out of nowhere from VSK.
Whoa.
Right on the mush. And he gets him up.
Get out of this, Max. Get out of this.
Uh-oh. Might be looking for that. Oh, reverse pile driver hits it into a cover. 2, 3, no.
How fast was that count? Max not only had to dig deep to kick out.
Can you stop talking about the count? This has been an incredible match. Stop trying to taint the damn thing, Peterson.
After what I heard in the back from VSK today, wouldn't be surprised if he paid this ref off because he doesn't want to be embarrassed.
What the heck is this?
It's the voice of an angel.
Who is this?
That's EJ Risk.
EJ Risk. I was just going to say, I couldn't see from this vantage point.
You can't tell by those pipes? Listen to that voice.
Oy vey. Well, whatever he's doing, he's interrupting a perfectly good match here.
What do you mean interrupting?
He's not even supposed to be out here until the Rumble later on.
What do you mean
wait a minute. MJF for the Rumble.
Oh, my God.
2, 3. Oh, come on.
Slow count and everything, but MJF still.
That was the quickest count of the match.
No, that was a slow count. MJF. That was like a 5 count, and MJF still won.
Give me
Unbelievable.
a break. Give me a
Unbelievable.
break. MJF better write a Christmas card and send a fruit basket to EJ Risk because he's the only reason he just walked out of here with a victory.
Only reason, RJ, you're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me with statements like that. Only thing I saw was MJF stay focused on a match and VSK not. Look at that, hand raised, ding ding, teacher, student, roles flipped. MJF is now teaching VSK a thing or two.
Well, I'll tell you, I hope EJ Risk hops in that car with you at the end of the show because if not, VSK is going to be looking for both of you two.
What are you trying to say? Like, that hop in the car with us, like we're afraid of VSK? We have engagements to go to later this evening. It is a Saturday night in New York. I mean, what do you plan to do with your Saturday night? You know what? Don't answer it. I don't want to feel bad for you.